Hi BookTube, it's Gina. Happy Sunday. How are you today? I wanted to hop on and do a part 2 of the book haul that I started yesterday. Yesterday's books were my collections, the books I bought that I think I will be keeping forever. Well, except for those Miss Seatons. Those were a stack of paperback reading copies because I haven't read her before. Her character is Miss Seaton. But everything else was vintage, what is collectible to me. Not that they're valuable to anybody else, but collectible to me. And today is more of a mishmash pile of things I picked up because they were really inexpensive and things I had in the back of my head that I wanted to check out. And so it's kind of a random assortment. It is so cozy at my house today. I've got some candles burning and my deck is almost finished and it looks beautiful. We actually ended up firing our first contractor and hiring somebody else to finish it up because we had some quality issues with the first group of people that were working on it, which was very upsetting, but it's looking beautiful and it's a little drizzly outside. Fall is definitely here and I'm just really relaxing and enjoying the autumn vibe. So let's jump into the books. The first thing I bought, these were totally random. They were only 10 cents each. So I picked up all the ones that they had at a thrift store. These are Beatrix Potter's. I got The Tale of Timmy Tiptoes, The Tale of the Flopsy Bunnies, aren't those cute? The Tale of Two Bad Mice, The Tale of the Pie and the Patty Pan, and The Tale of Jeremy Fisher, which I think is my favorite. It's a frog who appears to be water skiing on a lily pad. So these were 10 cents each. I'll read them. I don't know if I'll keep them forever, but they're super duper cute. I also got an Enid Blyton, The Secret Seven. Well done, Secret Seven. This is one set in a tree house, and I love tree houses. I live nearby the Treehouse guy. He has a TV show on one of the cable channels. I don't get that channel, so I don't really watch it. But there's a treehouse sort of hotel a few miles away from me, and I would love to build a treehouse. Never gonna happen, but I love tree houses, so this one caught my eye. I also got The Little Prince, and this has been something that's been on my list of things I wanted to read for quite some time. I've never owned it, but the reason I know about this is because one of my favorite humans, Leo Buscaglia, in this book, Living, Loving, and Learning, quoted The Little Prince. What is essential is invisible to the naked eye, I believe is the quote. And so this has always been on my radar. I read this back in the 80s. It's one of my favorite books. So I was excited to find that for cheap. This book I actually bought new, and this is The Time of Green Magic by Hilary McKay. I just finished reading her The Skylark's War. That was a book I checked out on my Kindle at the library. I loved it, and I saw this at the bookstore, and it's our local independent bookstore. I always like to buy something there if I see something that I want. So I picked this up. Look at that cover. It's got a huge, is that a panther or a cougar in the background? So it's a little creepy, but look at that house. Isn't that cute? So I'm excited to get into that. Let's see. And then the next stack are all used ones. So I got this Penguin English Library, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. And this is one of those sort of matte finish ones. I love these. I don't think I own any other ones in this edition, but I love these. And if I see them, I will definitely buy them. I think they're beautiful. I also got Nancy and Plum by Betty McDonald. This has been on my radar. I don't remember who recommended it, but listen, I picked this up and I saw it and went, oh, I think I want to read that. And when I read the first sentence, I knew I had to have it and put it in my Christmas pile. So it says, "It was Christmas Eve. Big snowflakes fluttered slowly through the air like white feathers and made all of Heavenly Valley smooth and white and quiet and beautiful." So this is going into my Christmas stack. I've got, I'm collecting some Christmas books, and I have some exciting Christmas news to share with you that will be coming up soon. So this is going in that pile. I also got Parnassus on Wheels by Christopher Morley. Sorry, it's a little hard to see that with the glare. But this is another one where that first sentence, I mean, okay, listen to this. Chapter 1. "I wonder if there isn't a lot of bunkum in higher education. I never found that people who were learned in logarithms and other kinds of poetry were any quicker in washing dishes or darning socks." I love that opening sentence, so I'm really excited to have found this one at the used bookstore. I also got a Star Trek. You guys know I love my Star Trek books. This is Vulcans Forge by Josepha Sherman and Susan Schwartz. And I don't know anything about this. I just saw it and it was cheap. It says, "In the tradition of Sarek and Spock's world." And I think it's something about Spock's backstory. So we'll see. Maybe I will pop this in the TBR for next Book Trek 2023. I also found, actually, Gina, my friend Gina, who was book shopping with me, spotted this and grabbed it and said, "Gina, you have to read this." Not in that voice, but I had seen this one, and it was one that I knew I wanted to read. This is by Charlie, is it McAfee or McAfee? I'm not sure. I can't quite read it. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Honestly, this cursive print is, I think, a little difficult to read. For me, I find this this style of writing a little challenging, but this looks adorable. It's got beautiful illustrations. I think it's going to be a very heartwarming story, so I'm excited about that. And then Gina also found this one for me, Cold Comfort Farm by Stella Gibbons in a Penguin Library edition, which I love. I got The Bride of Penne by Victoria Holt. I don't think I've read any Victoria Holt before. I got this one, this was also at the thrift store, because of this cover. And I think I'm going to like Victoria Holt. I don't think I've ever read anything by her before, but I just thought this was super cute. Not cute, evocative, more likely. And I have a feeling she's going to be right up my alley. And then lastly, Gina also spotted this one for me. She's a bad influence. Actually, I think we're a bad influence on each other. We had a ton of fun shopping. This is Gobbolino the Witch's Cat by Ursula Moray Williams in this really fun edition. And this is a Halloween story about Gobbolino, who wants to be a kitchen cat. And Gina was reading this, I think, when she was here, and I just love it. I can't wait to get to this one. I might actually try to read this one before October ends, since it is sort of a witchy book. So that is it. I got a lot of books. I had a ton of fun shopping. I'm trying to pile them up here to see if I can show you all of them in a big pile. Here is the stack. Woo! Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now, The eternal quest to reorganize the shelves and find some space. I think it's time to do another little unhaul, get rid of possibly some of the new releases that I don't think I'm gonna get to soon, but that I have purchased and just don't think are things I wanna read anymore. So we'll see. I may talk about that. Jack at Spread Book Joy just did a book tag on how your reading has changed since you started BookTube. And I will probably talk about that more in that video, because what I'm finding is that I'm moving away from a lot of the new releases that I've purchased out of a sense of expectation or a sense of wanting to be a certain type of reader. And I'm really not that reader. I'm discovering, I'm coming to the conclusion that I buy these new releases, I don't read them, and I love my oldies. So I will probably be doing that tag soon, hopefully, because it sounds wonderful. And yeah, I'm gonna do some chores today. I am going to put on some music after I adjourn here and make my bed, do some laundry, the typical stuff you do on a Sunday when you're getting ready for the work week. So I will talk to you later. Bye.